I'm gonna attempt to have very light background music for Persona. Because like before the advent of Persona on Spotify, I had like my own little personal playlist here. So I'm gonna see if I can have that just very lightly playing in the background.
Nice. Is it like the whole series then, or is it
It's
like
like
mostly
it's
like
like
newer
a
ones?
yeah, it's like a select few things from just like from Persona like 3 to 5 without like, you know, all the other gosh. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's mostly just that stuff. Hold on.
Hi. It's all right. Take your time, dude. I got all night. Hell yeah. It's really nice. I used to work at McDonald's, so I already had like sort of an appreciation for the amount of work that goes into like fast food type jobs. But I I fucking hate working Jimmy John's. It is awful. So I'm just glad to not have to make sandwiches and deliver them anymore. So
Okay. So we're gonna be live right now, starting right
sick.
here. Let's see. I posted the link to the Discord. So if you want to go ahead and
Yep, I
check
saw
out
it.
this promo, you can go ahead and click on there.
Yep, I'm already on the stream. I see it starting soon.
Very nice. Oh, there's Cyanize. Hey, Cyanize, how's it going? I did a commission for him not too long ago, last year, for his YouTube channel, also on stream.
Huh, nice.
Let's see. So, Cyanize, I'm glad you're here so I can actually ask you, how does the audio sound? Because I have not done this in a while. I'm trying to figure out my levels. I have a new mic. If you could just let me know if we both sound okay, if the music in the background sounds not too loud, that would be awesome.
And if you need me to talk a little bit just so you can get an idea for the sound quality. Well,
Oh,
there you go. I just
Kristen.
said a bunch of words now.
What's up, Kristen? What? Aren't you at work right now?
Yo, and Jet Set.
Jet Set, what's
From
up?
the server.
Oh my goodness, we got people in here. So yeah, guys, if you can just let us know real quick, how does the audio sound, if we're too loud or quiet, and if you can hear anything. I sound a bit different. I hope so, because I got a whole new mic working with me here. It's very nice. It's very nice to like have a mic that isn't so muffled. Oops.
Hashtag we ain't them muffle mic boys.
Oh, it's fine. I'll have the music really soft. Or if it's not like, if no one can really hear, I'll just turn it off in a while, because I hear it a lot more clearly on my end. But that's no problem. Let's see here. Yeah, my deep, quiet voice. I always have a problem with that, but as long as I sound a little more clear and sharp, I'm using a lot of different things at the moment to try and up the quality here. Hey, Fierce Corin. Wow, I haven't seen you in a while here either. I have not streamed in like 4 months or so, so it's kind of weird to be back. I'm trying to just readjust and figure things out again. But
Oh, 4 months. It's been a minute then.
yeah, the entire time I've been at GVG, I haven't done any kind of streaming whatsoever, with a lot of things happening in between, but I finally got things going a little more stable here, so that's nice. Let's see here. So yeah, for everyone that's just here or just joining or checking this out, I'm Night Tide with Evernight Studio. I do a whole bunch of different graphic design, wallpapers, backgrounds, overlays, commissions, all that kind of stuff. I'm joined today with the one and only Rob Artman X, who is also a Good Vibes Gaming executive producer with me, and I'll be designing a stream overlay for him with a Persona 4 aesthetic. So thank you for joining me here today, Rob.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude. When you mentioned coming on stream with you, I was like, oh hell yeah, let's go. Like, sounds like a good time. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're just gonna be chilling out today. Let me go ahead and put this off. Where in the world? Because
You mean the stream?
we've officially started, so I'm gonna put the actual screen on, the actual stream screen on. I adjusted it a little bit since last time, since I don't really have a webcam, so I'm just gonna put more emphasis on the actual screen size itself. Whoops, I hit the mic. Here we go. So let's see here. Stream overlay. Where in the world is it? Great start. Let's see here. Overlay.
Do you mean the one you're working on? Because I was like, oh, yours shows up just fine.
Yeah. Does everything show up here? Do you see my workspace here and everything?
Yeah, I do. I see it.
Okay. So here, this is what I have so far. I kind of already did a few layers here and there of this design. Really basic stuff. I guess I'm still gonna like go around and do like the main idea of what I did to create this so far, just so people know. Just really basic shapes and layers and stuff. We'll get into the real details in just a little bit. But let's see here.
It looks really good so far. I'm loving it.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. When you said you wanted to do Persona 4, it's like, oh, that's right up my alley. That's my aesthetic right there. So this is really awesome to work with.
It also helps it's a good ass aesthetic to begin with. So
yeah, I think Persona 4 is when Atlas really started to find their design style for the Persona series, which just like evolved into something crazy with Persona 5.
oh yeah, for sure. Like Persona 4 was not that Persona 3 didn't have like a style to it, but 4 was the start of them like having a actual style, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think it's really cool that they did the dancing game for Persona 3, because you can kind of retroactively see the style they would have gone with, because it has all these like vector style, solid colors, bright blues and all that. It's really cool. I love their intro to the dancing game for Persona Dancing in Moonlight, I think it's called. There's so many names for these things.
There's Dancing All Night, which is Persona 4, Dancing Moonlight, which is Persona 3, and then Dancing Starlight, which is Persona 5.
Yeah.
If they made Persona 4 Dancing All Night in the modern day, I would hope it's called Dancing in Midnight, but you know, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, exactly. Let's see. So I got this very lovely mock-up by somebody to do with the at least get it started. So this is the one that you sent me, Rob. So I kind of use this as a basis, because most streams, I think their overlay, they have this right here on the oops, they have this layer right here on this side, and the chat's usually on this side. But no matter how I do it, we're gonna work with what we have here. So let's see what I did here. Gotta get my shape tool out. So thankfully the 16:9 ratio is the same as the stream output itself. So I pretty much just took a shape layer. Whoop. I'm gonna extend this here. So we just stretch this out to fill this exact space.
Yo, so much green.
Yeah, it needs to be like a very contrasty color, so that I know where everything's in. Thankfully it's yellow already, so I can deal with it that way. Let me see here. So I just kind of come into properties, and you can just kind of really give it that TV shape, you know, that you see the rounded edges, corners over here. So I mess with that in the corners. Transform the tool and just shrink it back down, and that's pretty much how I got this shape right here. This green is very distracting. My eyes.
It's too much. Too neon for me.
Yeah, let me put that instead, just for example.
Dancing in blinding light.
Dancing and I can't see anymore. Added a stroke. And
Cyan, it's
basically,
funny you mentioned that. Now that my full-time job is starting up, I'm obviously not going to be streaming a whole lot during the day because I work late shift. So I actually would be streaming around midnight every night. So
yeah, I think I would totally be a late night streamer too if I wasn't in a small apartment that had a lot of people around at times. But thankfully, I'm gonna be by myself here for like the next day or two because no one's gonna be at home. So this is the perfect time for me to stream as well.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
so yeah, there's that shape, and we essentially just took this shape. Copy the layer, control it, put it back into this side, and just readjusted it into this space right here for chat. Chat windows can always be so various. It depends really like how many people you expect to have in chat. So I'm just gonna leave it like this size for now. And of course, Rob, everything that's being made here, even after it's done, we can always like readjust things as you need it, as you think they're more optimized for what you need. Since everybody has different
Yeah,
like things that they want to have in their stream.
yeah, for sure. Because usually with my streams, I think I tried doing an overlay once. If I can find it, you can actually show it on stream. It's hilariously awful. But because I threw it together with like the idea of like an old aesthetic I used to go with for an old commentary channel I used to run. Um, but like I never had a chat window or anything like that because I never understood like how to set that stuff up in like a like in the streaming programs and stuff like that. So it'll actually be nice that like everything's sort of clean cut and like easy to understand, and like you said, we can adjust it later if need be. So
Yeah, it's I found it's really hard for people that don't really have any kind of like stream overlay experience to try and like get theirs started, to get theirs arranged for the first time. So hopefully with this, I'm trying to help more people. I think for anyone else that knows our GVG family, Azran127, he asked for an overlay as well of a Professor Layton theme. And I saw a bit of his stream while he was playing the newest one with Catriel as the main character, and that looked really nice with what he had going on. At least I think so. Not trying to brag, but
not trying to brag,
I was
but
just,
I'm amazing
just
and everyone commissions me. So
we both contribute to Good Vibes Gaming in our own ways. You're the first person that gets read their name off in the credits because you're a mad lad that automatically helped out and donated without even knowing what they're gonna do with the money.
the second I saw, I want to say it was Derek tweet out that here's GVG. It's a thing. I was like, fuck your video. I'm going to the Patreon page.
Like, move aside.
Move aside. Vash, I'm sorry I showed you Choaniki.
Oh
It's
no.
a Japanese shoot 'em up game where you play as like buff men and you shoot like Easter Island heads and everything.
What in the world?
It's hilarious. It's on the PSN for PS3, PSP, and Vita. If anyone wants to look that up and be scarred for life. And Kristen, what else? What else have I been on YouTube for? It was a small commentary channel called Your Average Nerds that a long time ago it used to be a Let's Play channel run by me and a buddy of mine. But eventually I was just like, you know what, like doing Let's Plays and getting together so often is really difficult, so let's do commentary. And then we did that. I did that with two other friends for like a year or two, and then just kind of dropped off from there. So
Very nice. I'm glad you have, you know, your own kind of like thing going on now with well as far as I think you'll be going with it, because I am making an overlay, so hopefully you're going to be using being on streams more often.
no, it turns out I just commission stuff and I don't use it, don't look at it, don't touch it. But yeah, I do plan to stream at some point.
I will
But
definitely
it's
check that out.
Hell yeah, because I don't know. It's just like I enjoy playing games and stuff, but it always just kind of sucks that, like, for example, when Persona 5 Royal came out last year, I am a gigantic Persona fan. So I literally
Yeah.
like I was really lucky that my job went into lockdown right at the beginning of March, um, because I had all the time in the world to play that game. So what
Oh
I
my
did
goodness.
was I attempted to stream it for 72 hours straight, just like
Oh
three
my
straight
god.
days. I got through 26 hours and not one person was in the chat. So it like really demoralized me from
Oh
from
my
ever streaming.
goodness. That is
Yeah,
insane.
it was fun. I mean, at least Persona 5 Royal's fun, so it's not like I had a bad time, you know? Like it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, as long as you were enjoying the process, I mean, I can't imagine being on for that long. But kind of the same with you. I had my job kind of say, okay, we're not coming in for the next who knows how many weeks around the same time. Same week that Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, so we were like, okay, this isn't the worst thing ever. Hopefully, it blows over in a couple weeks, and it definitely did not.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Like our job was like, oh yeah, we'll be back by like probably late May or June, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't until like maybe August we went back, and even then it was only until November that we went into lockdown again. So
Yeah, jeez, man. Um, oh yeah, Vash. Right before I answer your question, I'm just gonna say, for this thing, for this, I already have in the meantime made some other assets ready for this stream to put on. Some of them are actually very simply done. So we have some persona-like designs that you probably would see here. One of the ones I have actually used before was these three, the Chie's little buttons that she has, because I know we're gonna have to put Chie on here somewhere at some point. um,
yeah,
I'm still thinking where I have an idea where to put her so that she's not like too in the way, but definitely we're gonna have to do something with that. Maybe have this TV design here somewhat be adjusted to go around your cam overlay. So you might see like the little antenna, the side, the digital knobs on the corner here, or the analog knobs actually. So we're gonna try and see what we can do with that during the stream too. Much like how the chef has the cake already in the oven, so too have I already made some of these things just ready to go. So someone mentioned
hell yeah.
they wanted me to show how I did this here. It's really simple. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. But yeah, Vash, I went on vacation during the last weekend. Went up to Lake Tahoe, where it was nice and snowy. Like we didn't see the snow happen, but it was already like white everywhere. Really nice to just get out the house. My grandma has like a timeshare up there, so we just kind of go there every year if I can go to, if I'm available to. I'm not working, so I definitely had time to. So that was nice and relaxing. I came back and things were happening, so finished a lot of commissions before I got out, and now I'm here and doing more stuff again back at home.
Yeah. You had mentioned you went on like that mini vacation. It sounded like you just got to like relax and have a cozy time up there. So
Yeah, it was nice to just kind of get out of the place and take a drive up, just kind of forget what's going on in the world for at least a little while. Let's see here.
understandable to say the least.
Oh man, I'm totally not even designing anything. Let me go ahead and show how I at least did this one thing right here. It's really simple for the for these I always call them like the pause screen lines because they always just come up in front of the menu whenever you pause in Persona 4. At least
Oh
in
yeah,
base
like
game.
the trial or not the triangle menu, right?
Yeah. So it's really just a matter of making the rectangle shape and then copying it just a little bit to the side, and then I would just go into, let's see, you can actually just go into adjustment layers and give it a layer style, and from here you can just easily pick whatever color you want, and they always have a lot of mostly warm colors, some cooler colors like the purples and blues. So we're just gonna do this for several layers. You just do this over and over, literally. I have them grouped together in a layer or in a folder so that they're easy to manage. But yeah, literally just like take whatever colors you want. I use a lot of references like the one you see here in the television, just to kind of make sure I get the aesthetic of colors correct.
Yeah, lots of bright and cool colors with like a toss of like green and red in there every so often, you know.
Yeah, just to kind of mix it up. Also change the width of the lines as well.
Sorry, not cool colors. That refers to like blue and stuff, right?
Oh
Warm
yeah,
colors is what I'm referring to. Yeah, like
yeah.
or at least that's the intention.
Oh yeah, I got what you mean. Warm colors with just a little, yeah, just a little bit of the cool colors that you see over here, like the purples and blues, just kind of thrown in to give that variety.
That really like retro neon aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. Like if we're like an old TV show, an old sitcom, basically, which sometimes Persona 4 is.
Yeah, I think that's why I bonded really well with Persona 4 because for a long time where I currently live, it's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. Like it's a very small town, not a lot of people.
The more rural,
not as
huh?
small. Yeah, not as small as Inaba, which is like 14 people, it seems. But
In like 6 areas.
right. But like I really like bonded with that aesthetic, and then on top of that, the like the retro feeling of it all. Growing up, I have my family's Italian, so we got lots of relatives all over the place, right? And one of my aunt's grandma, I want to say, or no, my aunt's mother-in-law, she had a house that was like it fit the exact aesthetic that like kind of Persona 4 had in general. So it feels like very nostalgic for me to like play the game. I was like, man, this house is fucking cozy. Like,
oh, that's
I
cool.
love it.
And I've never had like a home that's like that. That'd be really cool to feel that cozy feeling in it, huh? Man,
The
yeah.
cozy is.
Yeah, I was also in a place that was like very not as rural as Inaba or the place you're talking about, but it was still pretty much like away from the city. So I kind of relate to it much more than I would like Persona 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, in the big city.
Yeah, the big city thing never really bonded with me, but I suppose like a lot of people do live in the city, so it makes sense to have that, you know, that setting represented.
Yeah,
but I'm just glad like a small rural town RPG got made, because that's not common, obviously. So
yeah, even today that's not something you see too often. It's either like big city kind of aesthetic, or like a fantasy kind of school, or sci-fi, or just fantasy in like, you know, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, that sort of thing. So it kind of reminded me of Earthbound, where like it's a more relatable setting than other games, and some people kind of relate to it more that way because of it. And it's also a very
yeah,
good
for
game.
sure. It's nice that like, because every now and then like in the mainline SMT games you'll see like a city or a town or something, but it's usually like apocalyptic in some way, or
Yeah.
or it's like Xenoblade, where it's like, this isn't Los Angeles, it's Neo Los Angeles or whatever it's called. And like and it's you know, it's nice to have like a quote unquote down to earth, like cozy vibe for a game all about murder.
Yeah, it's the most comfortable murder hit story I've ever seen, and it's been a joy to be a part of.
I know in the GVG Discord, there's I think his name is Awu Matt. He's been playing through Persona 4, and he didn't even realize that in the opening Shadow World, like the opening animation, that those were dead bodies hanging on telephone poles.
Oh, I think I saw a glimpse of that for a moment. It's like, oh yeah, this is the kind of story you're getting into.
It's like this bright, cheery, happy music, but yay, happy murder fun time.
That's why it's great. Oh man, I love the golden intro. It's just like a freaking insane kaleidoscope of stuff happening at the same time.
Oh yeah, especially that ending sequence where they show off like the winter
The
gear
snow
and the
gear.
bike riding. Like, oh, that whole bit is just like it's such a good like animated scene. I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of when I went up to Tahoe because of the snow. I was like, man, I'm having my own little semester 3 happening here because I'm just heading up to the snow for like a few days. That was really funny. Oh man, yeah, I love the aesthetic that they have for pretty much everything that Atlas does with their intros. They always have an on point like aesthetic for everything that they do recently.
I'll be interested to see more of SMT5 because in general it looks like it's still following that same formula of like big city, but there's an apocalypse happening. But like I've never played a mainline SMT, so
Uh-huh.
uh, it'll be like my first experience, and I hope SMT5 for fans at least is doing something like that they're interested in visually, you know, because uh, I, with SMT4 being on the 3DS, I can't imagine a lot of people were like, yes, this game looks good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it can have a style to it, but it's a 3DS game, so it can only look too good, I guess, you know? Like,
Yeah, yeah, pretty much the only one I've played was SMT4. As far as the mainline goes, and then like just other things like Devil Summoner and Tokyo Mirage Sessions. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome to actually have the core series on Switch finally, eventually. Looking forward to see how everyone doesn't compare it to Persona finally.
they will.
They
Whether
yeah,
you want to,
they
whether
will.
you wanted to or not, people are going to be like, but where's the Phantom Thieves?
Oh man, the Joker will no doubt make some kind of appearance in costume, or they'll do something because he has to. He's already in 20 different games.
100% he's going to be a DLC costume or something. Like,
Something.
I will bet you actually $20 if he does not show up as DLC for 1 year, then I will pay you $20
Oh my
because I
god.
am betting he is in the game.
Yeah, I absolutely would not be surprised to see that sort of thing, especially with the way Atlas runs their company now. Um, oh yeah, Kristen. Yeah, thank you for my attention to detail. Hopefully, comes across in a lot of the stuff I do lately. I'm just trying to show off what I'm doing for these things. I'll start applying these to the actual design in just a moment, and yeah, going from the small little Inaba to like it's extremely crowded Shibuya. That's totally like weirdly weirdly like I got used to it pretty quickly, I guess, because I've already played Persona 3, which is kind of the same style. But man, I hope it makes me hope that they do something a lot different for the environment in like their Persona 6 whenever that happens.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Uh, oh, Kristen asks, why is Chie my best girl? Because I love her, like her dedication and energy and how much of a goofball she is. Like I love just all of those elements combined into just how awesome of a character I think she is. Because I'm sort of the same way. Like if someone messes with someone that I really care about, you know, I'll fight. I'll fight. I don't care. Like I'll go to bat for anyone, you know. Like um so I really bonded with that aspect of Chie. That's why she's my favorite. So with Conchi as a close second, obviously, because
Oh, of
he's, you
course,
know,
best boy.
he, he's such a good boy. I love Conchi.
Oh my goodness.
So I had a question. So with the font, it wasn't. It obviously isn't as simple as just like type font add outline, right? Like how
Oh yeah.
does making the font look like that work?
Okay, so then, yeah, that's something I should probably go through. So this is the actual base font I had before I started messing with your name. So let me see here. Is this the same? Let me check my fonts here. So this is still the Sitka font, thankfully. You were able to download that font yourself, right? The one I linked to you?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So yeah, this is the Sitka font. I'm gonna put this on top so we can see. So I'm gonna probably delete this one later. So what I did was, what you can do is transform. The transform tool lets you kind of grab these corners, these edges, and just kind of play with the perspective a bit. And since I'm kind of playing off this font here, I'll just leave it in the corner. Playing with this aesthetic right here. None of the font is straight. It's kind of going in the background. It's kind of far away here. It comes closer. I don't think I'll do it that dramatically here, or I might. I'll see how distorted the font and effects look if I try it. But basically, we're taking this. We're gonna transform it a bit here. I'm gonna try to make it look like how I did here. Font is kind of finicky when you start messing with the corners, because it's trying to retain like the other effects you have put to it, like the stroke right now. So let's see, we have this. It's more or less like that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this at the moment because it's getting a little distracting. I need to see behind it. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I'm designing. I forgot I need to do a thing today. So we're gonna copy this one. We're making a duplicate of this one, right? We're gonna just make sure it's behind it and just nudge it to the right to give it that thicker effect. And you'll see the white bleed in, so it's not even. So we're gonna go into the effect layers and just make this font black. So now
also it's like a layering thing there.
Yeah, so you play with the layers this way, and then underneath these ones, I'm gonna make a new layer for adding some black, because as with the as with these fonts here, the gaps are closed with more black than anything. So wherever there's like a little bit of yellow showing, I'm gonna go ahead and just blot that out. And I might take some liberties with it because it's a small font like this right here, Just kind of touch up that. Actually, I hadn't gone that far in the first one. So let's see. That's there. Okay, so we have the base of this font here. I'm gonna group this together on this corner, and then whenever I hit Control J, it'll duplicate everything that's been selected. So we're gonna get a duplicate of that. And then if you press Control E, it'll fuse them all together. So now this is its own thing by itself. And I need to have it like this because I'm gonna put another stroke around it. So let me put this layer behind everything so far. So now it's behind this one, as you can see. So let's see, let's adjust these layers, and we're gonna give it another stroke. This is kind of like how I did the Today's News Tonight logo, actually. It kind of followed the same aesthetic with what we're doing here. So the stroke, you can see it's like really thick right now. It's behind it entirely. I'm just gonna exaggerate it for a moment. And then let's make it the same yellow. I'm just gonna copy it from here.
Perfect, just like that.
Just boom. So we'll make this a little smaller, just so that the B and the R are touching, so we can get a clean stroke around it. So now we have this. We're gonna rasterize it, which pretty much means whatever adjustments you made to it, it's gonna be permanent, so that we can just go ahead and have it like this, because we're gonna do another adjustment on top of that, which will be the black stroke. So we're gonna just give that there and then shrink it to a thin layer, fairly thin layer. And I'm gonna, I may, yeah, from this point it's like, okay, is it too thick? Is it too small? Let's see. I'm gonna go back just a couple steps. I guess I should have made it a little bit easier to see the yellow. And make it just a tiny bit thinner.
Oh,
I think
Chicken
now I...
Priest in the chat. Chicken Priest in the chat asks if you're self-taught or you went to school for this.
Oh, and hey, Chicken Priest, thanks for joining, and Azran, thanks for also coming in too. I'm also making. I guess I'm making things for everybody at GVG because somebody. I think Vash wanted to have something commissioned as well later on. So, GVG, come at me. I challenge you. But yeah,
Yo, GP King, let's
but
go.
yeah, Chicken Priest. I learned graphic design starting in my sophomore year of not college, high school. Because in my freshman year, my school introduced us to a program called Media Communications Academy, which was like an introductory course to learning Photoshop, Adobe, Adobe Creative Suite, um, video production, that sort of thing. So I applied. A sophomore year, you kind of get a feel for the program, and you do like certain classes with computers integrated. So like we did our history class, doing a lot of online stuff, and one of our main classes was like, yeah, introduction to graphic design, video production. So after that first year, they they cut they cut it in half basically. The top half who are in grades will continue onward, and then they'll focus either on graphic design or video production. And I did more graphic design. I continued that and applied to college with that as well. And I just kept on doing that and learning a lot more on my own. I think with myself and other like people that do the same sort of style I do. We were able to kind of teach each other more than classes taught us, which is very common, to be honest. Once you're graduated and all that, your field kind of dictates where you go as far as like your colleagues go. But yeah, mostly self-taught, I think, because in college they don't always teach you everything. They're more or less like there to get you started.
Yeah,
It's
so you definitely got your start at college, but then like as time went on, you taught yourself more and more, like with
mhm. Yeah,
you and colleagues. So
that's mostly it. Oh man.
yeah, my high school, Chicken Priest, I'm with you. My high school didn't offer shit when it came to like anything. Am I allowed to swear on here? Is swearing okay? Like if you
Oh,
don't
it's
want me to
fine.
swear.
I don't really mind any of them. We're just chilling here.
Okay, because
You're cool.
it's second language to me, and I'm just like I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna do it.
It's
But
like not it's like not in me, but I don't mind if other people say it around me. It's
mm,
fine.
uh, all right. But with my high school, like I think the craziest class that our high school offered was I want to say it was like what maybe wood shop was the craziest thing, and even then that's not a crazy class to offer in so it wasn't really like there wasn't any like fancy computer classes or graphic design or anything like that. So
Hmm. Oh man, yeah, that I never had a class like that. That's for sure. Here we go. Yeah, I was surprised that my high school could offer something like that. I guess, well, we do live in California, and we're not too far away from like San Francisco, Oakland. And there's a lot of design work that's done in like San Francisco, San Jose. The Bay Area. Um, a lot of San Jose State has a really good like graphic design class program for anyone that's gone there. So I guess in hindsight, I'm not too surprised that they were able to actually offer that kind of stuff to us.
yeah, out there it makes a little more sense because there's more like localized like work you could find out there using
Mm.
that sort of thing, as opposed to in the middle of nowhere where I am, where the most you're gonna get out of school is your algebra, your fucking your basic creative writing 101 classes, keyboarding. Like
Hmm.
it never got anything special out here really. So
Uh, Man, that's always rough.
because
Like
where we
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say because where I live is like a lot of farmland and stuff like that. So I think they just assume a lot of us are gonna stay in the small town and just like, oh, Ted's son is gonna become the painter that you just call up down the road or whatever. And it's like, It's like, no, I'm good.
Not
I'm
really.
good. I'm good on farming. I'm good on painting houses. Like, I don't wanna do any of that. That's not for me.
Oh yeah, I get you, definitely. Like I like loathe it of being expected to do a certain profession just because of your circumstances, basically, like who your parents are, where you just live.
Mhm.
That's just like, no, come on, man.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having that kind of pressure. Like, oh, we did this, so you're expected to take over, like in our place, and it's like, I don't want to do the thing.
Yeah,
And yes, I
seriously.
am. I'm not from GVG, but I am one of the executive producers on GVG. So,
Yes, we are
um,
both executive producers. Happy to do so. Please subscribe, like, comment, love, go on Patreon, do everything you can to support the good people at GVG. Good Vibes Gaming does a lot of good stuff there, and they're just a lot of feel-good people.
and demand that Steve reviews chicken. Make sure to do that.
Yes, I'm not gonna feel like my subscription and my time there will be complete until Steve Bowling reviews chicken on GVG with the utter passion he does for everything else. I'm holding him to that.
I made the joke on stream yesterday, but I will pay $300 to have Steve review every chicken place in a 20-mile radius of his house.
And it's the funny thing is, yeah, I feel like he'll actually do it if we get it, if we can
Yeah,
go that far with
I
it.
I think when April 1st rolls around, we're gonna see a certain review on the channel, and it'll
Oh
be
my
a lot of
goodness.
fun.
I am down for it. I'm living for everything that these guys are doing right now.
For sure. It's such a feel good vibe, and I'm glad everyone in the community is, like supportive and vice versa.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Azran, boo. I saw that. Though it may be tempting, I'm sure Steve won't just wing it.
Oh no.
Boo.
I guess, should I be honored that one of my productions now has been blessed or cursed with an Azran pun?
Definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing.
Yeah, sorry, Chad, if I'm not entirely paying attention to what you guys are saying at times. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I'm just like really trying to figure out what I'm doing here. But
Oh, I'm trying to
I'm
ignore all of you. I hate all of you. I don't want you here. Go away. I'm getting back.
oh, the views drop.
And 0 viewers.
So essentially, what I'm doing here, I'm gonna do something a little fancy with these little TV screens here. So I basically make the shape, and when you use the pen tool, which I use a lot, you can adjust that shape as you need to. So you can take this point and pull it out, stretch it out if you need to. I'm making it very slight so it does this little TV shape right here. So I'm just gonna delete this one right now. And we're gonna make a whole bunch of these. We're gonna see a lot of these right now. So
Ooh, Cloud and Collected.
we're gonna...
I recognize you. Welcome.
Oh yeah, hey Cloud and Collected. I am fine with anyone lurking. I'm this stream, the conversation of the stream will be carried by Rob because I can't really find things to talk to while I'm making this. It's so hard. I think it's...
I don't know if you want me to take the helm on conversation. That's gonna go south really quickly.
I will take that chance. I'm not afraid.
Okay, he said so.
All right, let's see here. I need to make this even.
Sorry. So I looked away for a second. What are you planning on right now?
So what we're gonna do, I don't know if we... Do you see, but in the background of this, these TVs? The
Yes.
squares that are in the background? I'm gonna try and do something similar to these squares that are behind all of this foreground here. So there are a bunch of little TV screens, more or less. I'm gonna try and see if I can replicate that and do something with it from here. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but we're gonna try something anyways. I'll let you know.
The attempt is admirable, at least, because I can't imagine the artist who had to make that had a very fun time figuring that out.
Yeah, that's definitely. There's some aspects to this that, like, oh god, how do you do this?
Azrin says, "So is Rob your golden boy?" Azrin's brain is just a million miles a minute, and no one can keep up.
it's a little too advanced for me. I can't even.
4,000 years in the future, they're gonna resurrect Azrin and use his brain for a supercomputer because that it's just like we need something that works fast.
It's highly advanced.
Top tier.
Okay.
Oh, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna step away for a minute.
No problem. How's everyone in chat doing? I don't think I've really had this many people before. This is kind of wild. I'm getting kind of nervous. I set the music to be very, very low, so I can barely hear it, but if no one in chat can hear it, I might as well not have it on. There are going to be far too many shapes going on here.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. In like 58 minutes, I do have to end up. I do have to get going. So.
Oh, okay, no problem. I will do as much as I can. I'll do all the important parts here. Usually with this, like the last 5% of the design is usually me doing a bunch of touch-ups anyways. So we'll get the main feature going on here.
Yeah, just you do whatever you feel the need to, man. God damn it, so fucking. All right, I need to talk about. Listen, Georgia. Okay, the entire state of Georgia. Okay, like I'm not gonna get political, not at all. But what I am gonna say is, every time politics rolls around in Georgia, I get spam calls. A lot of spam calls. I've never lived in Georgia. I've never been to Georgia, and I don't want to go to Georgia. I never want to look at Georgia. I'm sick of them. They suck. Stop calling me. I hate this. I hate this so much.
I can't even imagine.
My phone started buzzing just now, and I looked at it, and it said caller ID from Georgia, and I'm like, I don't want to see him at all. Like I've blocked so many numbers from Georgia.
God damn it, Georgia! Wow, Kaio. Wow, you hosted. Thanks for the host. Wow, holy crap! I was not prepared for this. There's just a bunch of TV screens on my thing right now. How you been? I haven't really been able to chat with you in the Discord very much lately, but I've seen you and Kristen playing a lot of Animal Crossing lately.
Oh my god, the viewership. Oh my god. This is skyrocketed.
What the hell is happening here? I'm not ready. You can't even see what I'm designing. Hold on.
I just realized your entire screen is covered up by boxes.
The little TVs. What are these TVs doing here? Here we go. Welcome, everyone.
Oh my god, it's the Xbox One announcement. It's TV.
Oh my lord. Okay. I can explain. I'm trying to make...
That was good.
I'm trying... So to everyone that can see these TVs back here, I'm gonna lay it out for you right now. All these little TVs you see here, oh my god, the brush is so thick. Everything's going downhill. Brushes are too thick. So all these little TVs that you see in the background here, I'm trying to replicate this here again. So we're gonna put these are actually gonna go in the background for this stream overlay. So we got a bit of a texture going on here. Even behind, oh, I see. So I obviously need to ask your opinion as I'm doing this. The style of the circle here and the lines that are showing up over here, are you cool with the way they look right here? Like, they're not going to be entirely like this bold, you know? Are you cool with them being like just a bit, just kind of showing a little bit? I'm planning to do something a little more vibrant behind your name. Just very slightly cutting into the screen itself. I'm not gonna obviously like go and cover your whole thing up at once, you know, like oh my gosh. I see.
I get what you mean. Yeah, I'm cool with that. If that's what you
Okay.
think would look nice. I think it looks nice, so.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure, because man, this is kind of okay.
The way you said that, like, I feel bad. Am I making you do something bad? Or...
No. I'm trying to figure out like what looks good here and what needs to like change if we need to have it change, because these little TV screens in the background, I'm gonna try to make sure that they look natural. I'm not actually done with them just yet. I'm gonna keep on adjusting, but yeah, the welcome to the stream design overlay stream. Exactly, Kristen. I'm glad you guys can join though. Like, wow. I haven't even been at this in a while. I didn't really expect anyone else to pop in. I just really wanted to have like Rob just let me know what he wants for this, because I still haven't even applied a lot of these designs on here.
Yeah, you got like a pretty busy chat actually. It's really nice. Lots of cool people.
It's nice to see. Yeah. Kristen in chat was the very first person to win a raffle I did when I had like, gosh, I don't even know how many, was it 1,000 subscribers? Was it less than that? It was a while ago now, and we just kept in touch ever since.
Nice.
She's always supporting the and pretty much all the stuff that I make on Twitter, and it's just really nice to see. I'm super thankful for her and for introducing me to like Kaio as well in your server. We had a lot of fun times, and I need to get back to chatting with you guys. I miss you all. I've been so busy with other stuff lately. It's crazy. Playing Animal Crossing and all that.
Animal Crossing took over. Damn it.
Yeah, it sure did. Like, goddamn, that game. It just came at the right time. I am very intentionally deleting some of these TVs. Do not fear. Here we go.
You've deleted all the TVs. No.
My cable.
You cut the cable, damn it.
I have a plan. Okay, here we go. It's looking a little bit like how I want it. Hold on. What the hell is this layer? I'm slowly entering layer hell. Oh goodness.
So I went digging through my PC and I couldn't find the overlay I used for streams, but I did find some of the thumbnails I used for the commentary channel, and they are very like, I took art that exists and made a thing.
It is entirely up to you if you want to share this with the good people.
Yeah, give me one second. I'll put like 2 or 3 of them in our DMs on Discord. Hang on.
Yeah, Kristen joined me for some streams. I did a commission for her as well for the Twitter banner, which you're still using. That's so nice to see. You're totally welcome to change that whenever you like, by the way. I will not be offended for anyone that stops using my designs.
Could you imagine, like, if you, like, for example, like I'm using there's a guy on Twitter called Matt, and I commissioned him to do a GA piece for my Twitter banner. Could you imagine if I just changed it? He gets in my DMs like, "Hey man, uh, just couldn't help but notice. Little something's missing from your profile. Just wondering if I did something wrong,
Do you have a
or
problem, or
you
you,
got something to say to me,
you
or
want you want to talk about it? We can go out back. We can.
yeah, right. We can go out back."
Oh my gosh, I felt like there's definitely been people like that are just like, I thought you commissioned me for something. I thought we had something here, but but
I thought we were cool, dog.
are we cool?
What?
I thought we were chill. What happened? But yeah, that. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Oh my. Okay, here we go. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to what we need to have done. We're gonna pick a select few of these. We're gonna be the lucky ones to get a little brighter. Put you on the top layer. I'm gonna fuse these together. And it's gonna be. Wait. Half of the stream will be me talking to myself if you weren't here.
Oh, yo. Okay, I found the stream overlay. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Oh man, these are awful. These are just these are the fucking worst. Hey guys. I have one for ukulele, Tomb Raider, and hang on, what's this one? I can't tell what it is. Trying to. My computer's been running kind of slow because I'm also uploading all those Derek streams to my Dropbox, and
yeah.
and my whole computer is just like, I hate this.
I got questions about those in a moment, but when you have the availability, I'll check my DMs when I'm able to.
Oh, Devil May Cry. Okay, that's the one I.
Oh,
all
dude.
right, hang. Oh man. I don't know if you're emotionally prepared for this.
I don't know either, but I'm absolutely open.
These are fucking trash.
As long as everyone is here to enjoy it as well, I will definitely take a look at it.
Oh, absolutely. Please roast like early 20s Rob for even thinking these were good ideas. Like, please, like, go ham. Evernight may cry.
I might.
Hazard, be sure to throw in some personal touches.
Oh lordy, I can't. This is a lot more than I bargained for when I started the stream already.
I'm sorry, I've derailed everything.
Don't worry, it's all good fun. I hope.
I mean, I like to think so, but who knows? Yo, the fucking TV thing? I'm kind of hype on that TV thing. You're doing an awesome job with that. I love that.
I know I've seen this like somewhere where they use this diagonal design here, but I absolutely want to try and make sure that this looks right with that perspective going on. So we're gonna... Yeah, the thing is with this, you're not going to see a lot of it, to be honest, because this is going to be covering it. But if you can see the hints of it on the sides, and that's definitely at least what I'm going for here. Because this, obviously, this area here and also the cam area down here, they're going to be like cookie cut out at the end, so that you can definitely just slide in your your feed for both screens. But
yeah.
But yeah, this one, thanks. I'm trying to make this look okay.
Kristen, is it during the opening scene? I want to say it is. I want to say it's during like one of the openings of the many Persona 4s that are out there, that the TV like flashy background thing is on there.
I think so.
I definitely recognize it too, though. So I think Kristen's right, though.
Yeah, she's definitely a fellow Persona fan with us here today.
Hey, good games. Let's go. Hell yeah. Play Persona 2. It's a good game.
Please do.
No one talks about it enough. It's a good game.
Please tell me about that story that not many people even know about because they're too busy playing Persona 5 and asking where Joker is.
Like Persona 1 you don't gotta play. That one's kind of trash. But like
Yeah.
But Persona 2, Innocent Sin, let's fucking go. That game's tight, boys. That is a good ass game. And then 3 and 5 are cool as well, I guess. Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah, they're games. You can play them. They use controllers to be played. Yep.
They do a thing. They invoke something in me that I'm playing an experience.
Wouldn't it be evoke?
Oh.
I felt pretty good about that one. I channeled my inner Azra in there. It felt good.
I'm proud of you. I'm glad that I can experience this today.
Azran says, pretty sure I made this joke on Discord, but whatever. I prefer eternal punishment.
Oh. Azran.
I thought it was funny. I actually never got around to eternal punishment because Atlas in America was just like, yeah, we don't want to translate the PSP version, so you get the PS1 version that's kind of janky and uses the awful localized names we gave all the characters in Persona 1. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Jeez.
Royal, Kristen says, Royal, possibly favorite RPG ever. And like, I feel that. Like, that is like, if someone were to tell me like Persona 5 is their favorite game, whether it's vanilla or Royal, like, yeah, I could see that. It's a great ass game. I love it. I think the only problem I have with it is pacing and the fact that your final party member comes in a bit late, in my opinion. But like,
so late.
Like really, really late. Like,
I'm talking like
I thought Naoto in 4 was bad, but like it's somehow worse in 5 with how late your last party member is.
Yeah, she makes Haru look like a permanent party member from the start compared to when you get these characters. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, Persona 5 is fucking tight. I love that game. I'm glad it's good.
I'm just glad that people can play and know what Persona is, because I started with Persona 3 FES Fest for the PS2, like back in like a couple years after it came out. Funny story, like a friend recommended me that game after we'd known each other on a Smash forum a long time ago that I was moderating, and I was like, sure, I'll try it. It sounds like a cool game, and I did fall in love with it, but because of the way it was, like, I think it was so different from what I used to play before that it took me a long time to get into it. Like I played a certain number of hours, I stepped away for a long time, I came back, and then it started to get good. So I was like, okay, I'm here for this now.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that. That's exactly how my experience with Persona 4 was, so when I was in, I want to say it was spring of 2010, I was at my my grandparents', and I had just bought a copy of Final Fantasy VII for my PS2. And I'm playing through that because I had never actually played through the whole thing at the time. And I had a cousin from Italy visiting, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, what game is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's called Final Fantasy. It's an RPG." And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." Sort of just disappears for a while. Comes back a couple hours later, and he bought me 2 games from GameStop. So he bought me Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and then Persona 4. I had never played a Kingdom Hearts game, and I had never heard of Persona. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I got a Kingdom Hearts game, might as well try it. I put that shit down after a half hour. That game sucks. I hate Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. That game fucking It's
Oh my
garbage.
god, that is not the game you want to like start Kingdom Hearts with. Absolutely.
Especially
Even
that, because like I wouldn't call myself a fan, but like I very much follow the series like story. I don't buy any of the games or anything, but I went back and eventually played 1 and 2. Still don't enjoy them, but they are playable and beatable, unlike
mhm.
Chain of Memories. But with Chain of Memories is definitely not the way to go. But with Persona 4, I started playing it, and at this time in my life, I'm very much like I only play Nintendo first party games and whatever the popular shooter is at the time.
Mhm.
It's Stealthy. Hi,
Stealthy
Stealthy.
Potato. What-
He's a personal friend of mine.
Oh hey, what's up? Glad you could be here too.
But with Persona 4, I'm playing it, and a buddy of mine, I was texting, and I'm like, there's just, are they just talking a lot? Like, is that all they do is talk? And he's like, no, the story's good. Just got to give it time. And I'm like, oh man, like nothing's happening. Like, what the fuck? And eventually I got to the tutorial fight, and I was like, oh my god, does this song have fucking lyrics in it? Like,
They
what
can
is this
sing?
about? Like, why does the battle theme have words in it? This is weird. And he's like, yeah, that's Persona for you. All the modern ones have music that with lyrics and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's dumb. It's goofy as shit. I don't know what this is. Like, I ended up playing to the end of Yukiko's castle, and then I just put it down. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not having fun. Like, it's just too much talking, and like the music's dumb. I don't like it. I'm out of here. And then over the summer that year, I was bored, so I was like, you know what? I'll pop it back in. I ended up playing through the whole game in like a week. Like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, like I just trashed through that game afterwards. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I love it. I'm crying at the later parts of the game that I can't say. Like, oh man, it's like, I was like, holy shit, like this is fucking amazing. Now it's just my favorite game of all time. Like, I've put easily across both the vanilla game and golden probably like 7,000 hours into Persona 4.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
I trust me, high school Rob really liked that game. He really liked that game. He was a closet weeb until he found that game. Like, he didn't know what was coming.
Dude. Yeah, that sounded like that game hit you like a truck, man.
Oh, dude, I don't know what it is too, because like I said, like I was only into like, Mario, Punch Out, and then like whatever Call of Duty or whatever was popular at the time, right?
Mhm.
But something about like Persona 4, just like, I don't know, it just fucking clicked with me eventually. After I beat Yukiko's Castle and came back to it, I was like, this just like makes sense in my head now. Like, this feels good to play now. Hazard's like 7,000 hours.
That's
people wonder how I have 600 in Splatoon 2. Yeah, I look, I'm not gonna say I didn't like do anything else, but man, I certainly spent my time in Persona 4, let me tell you. Like,
I pretty much live in Inaba. Basically.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Inaba's my fucking jam. Let's go. Like, but even still, like, every now and then I'm always discovering new things about the game. Like, I'm noticing small details or touches just every time I go through it again, and getting arguments about how Kanji's not actually gay, and it's great.
People still talk about it. It's great.
Yeah. People get mad. It's like, no, don't get mad. Persona 4 is great no matter what. It's always good. But granted, I could probably spend just as long talking about the problems with that game as I could playing the game. Like, that game is not perfect, but it means a lot, Like, that's why all my branding is like I have Chie, and like, the cozy, like, orange is my favorite color because it's like it really matches like Persona 5's yellow, like it just, it's a good vibe, and I enjoy it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
I'm a chatterbox. I'm sorry about that. Like,
Oh no, that's fine. That saves me. That gives me some room to concentrate on what the heck I'm doing. But yeah,
fair enough.
Stealthy with 700 hours in Pokemon XD.
Oh
Or
my god,
wait,
X in XD, like Gale of Darkness.
the wait a minute. And Christian has like 900 in Animal Crossing. That I remembered when you were asking me
Whew.
if you thought if I thought Animal Crossing would be a game that you would get into, and I was like, yeah, you know, it's a cool little life sim. It's very cozy and very nice, and I think you'll find things you'll like about it. And you've like put up way more than I ever thought I would put in there. Kyle with 800 in Splatoon 2. You guys are
Yo, let's
crazy.
go.
I don't even have anywhere near that with like Smash.
I want to say with Brawl, I put about 4,000 in, and that was because I spent 2,100%ing it, and then my Wii got corrupted right before I finished, so I had to redo it all again.
Oh no.
But man, like
Here we go.
I love when people are like, I put like
Mask.
okay, like obviously there's a little bit of you know, you have to be healthy about how much time you put into something, says the guy who put 7K into Persona 4. But like whenever I see people that are like, I put so and so 100 hours into this or that, and it's like, yo, that's fucking great. I'm glad you love that game that much, you know? Like, or like you found something that really like just vibes with you so hard, you know?
Yeah.
Like
You got some.
like
You got some.
you don't put 800 hours into something because you thought it was all right, you know? Like like
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine.
It's all right. I played like 20 hours a day when it came out. You know.
Oh, I'm just a casual. Don't worry about it.
Here we go.
That is cross tag GA. Yes.
Yes, it is. Oh, what the hell is happening here? Jay, stop sticking your leg out. Oh, I see. Okay. So I applied a clipping mask. That's why it's kind of freaking out, because when you apply a clipping mask, you can just move a shape around or whatever it is that's in front of it just around freely. So it looks like it's just within this one window in the background. So I'm gonna just have this be the chat box image. It's kind of like what I did with Azran's, was I had a very like light graphic in the background of the chat. I may have to make some adjustments as we go along, but with this, because it's such a common aesthetic, let me give it some scan lines, not leaves. Which one says vertical? Horizontal scan lines right here.
Kohio says, I don't know who she is, but she cute. Hell yeah, she cute. Let's go. GA for Persona 4 is hype. Let's go. Can we get a GDQ hype in the chat?
Let's see here.
Hell yeah, Azrin. And she kicks butt. Hell yeah.
Yeah, she does.
I saw a tweet on Twitter that's like, do you have a character that you like that people know you for? And I retweeted it with a gif of GA just like staring off into space, and I'm like, nope.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not even one. Oh, I did send those overlays if whenever you want, like, have a free moment and you want to show those before I head out soon.
Right, no problem. Let me just do that now. I'm gonna leave for now. This is gonna be the chat. Computer's slightly lagging, so it might look a little fuzzy here, but the chat is gonna be this, unless you have anything else we can change about it. But I'm gonna make it light enough so that when people are chatting, it's gonna be easily like over. You can easily like overlay. They won't be too distracting in the end.
Yeah, that looks fantastic to me. I love it.
Let's see here. is... Oh, now I see. Hang on. Hang on, everyone. We're gonna just put this aside for just a moment.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Let me see.
Oh,
so this is the wait. Oh, did I save the small one? Let me get it larger.
Oh no, he didn't even he didn't even show the right one.
We'll put it on here.
Oh man, that.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Do you need me to
Here we go.
send? Okay.
I see. Oh, okay. That's what was going on. So I guess this is the right one. I'm gonna just zoom in a bit. You guys can see what's going on here, right? Do you see this? I can full screen it.
Oh no, you don't have to. You don't. Like, that hurts. Oh.
You know what? I have definitely seen worse designs in my time of stuff I've watched on here. I wouldn't say this is the worst thing I've seen.
But it's off center. It has like thick, gross outlines. It's just.
I will bring this one out though. It's the
What's it?
Oh, okay. So this is the Devil May Cry one, I believe.
Oh man, the Devil May Cry one where I used the anime picture instead of the in-game picture. Let's go.
And then
yeah, Azrin. Yan was YAN was the brand I used. It's Your Average Nerds, and it has like the D-pad and the A and N button, like because it was a gaming commentary channel.
Oh, I see.
This stealthy. Oof. Stealthy. I think you probably saw one. You probably saw me use these at some point, right? R.I.P. Your Average Nerds. Yeah. Stealthy. I think you've probably seen me use them since every time I streamed. You usually show up if you can for like a minute or two. The N button. Yep, makes sense.
Oh boy.
This is what I call a hot gamer move. Hang on.
Oh man, do I gotta like ease up on these black outlines I'm doing? Just to make sure.
Man, those black outlines that I did are just a fucking trip.
I'm gonna leave these in the corner. I'm gonna just make that.
Just leave it in the corner.
Just leave it there.
just leave it in the corner. We don't need to talk about it.
I could like just make it. Let's see.
Oh, that's right. Stealthy reminded me we had
guest appearance from the corner
back when me, him, and our other friend had a Final Fantasy 14 like community. We called it Final Yantasy because with our Yanshin. That's right. It was called the Yanshin.
Oh my god.
It was a fucking brand, let me tell you. We were everywhere.
Man, I missed out on a lot.
I do a lot of stuff. None of it is success or good, probably. I'm trying to see if I can find maybe like an old thumbnail I used for like a video or something like that. Like a commentary thumbnail or something, because we did I want to say we did Banjo for a while, we did Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, at one point we did Mario 64, but I think we lost the footage for that now, so oops. Let's see. Boom. Come on, it's around here somewhere, right? Oh man, I even had like a review channel, well, my main channel on YouTube, I guess, where I hang on, what did I review on that channel? Let me just look at what I did. I'm gonna open up, go to boom, my channel. Okay, so I did a review of winter anime in 2019 or 2018, where I reviewed Laid Back Camp, Darling in the Franks and some other stuff. I even made like a whole skit where I hired voice actors to redub a clip from one of the shows.
Oh,
Like
dude.
it I mean, it wasn't
Well,
funny or good, but I did it.
it happened.
Yeah, it certainly happened, let me tell you. Winter Yanime, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear any of you in the chat make fun of me. It was a brand, god damn it. It was a brand.
Oh my goodness. Do not bully Rob.
No, it's fine. With that sort of thing, it's fun to bully. It's fine.
I'm currently just throwing graphics around. I'm trying to get the main like feel of this down before you have to go. Let me try and work this TV into this shape. That's one of the main things I wanted to try and work here.
Azrin, that was a bit of a stretch. A brand?
No!
No! Yeah.
Eject from stream. I actually watched it. I guess you weren't here when I mentioned it, but I did watch a bit of your stream, Azran, for when you had the new overlay. I'm glad that you like it. It looks really nice.
Yo, that overlay was clean as hell. Let me tell you, that was a good overlay.
Oh, dude, thank you. I'm pretty happy.
You
with
mean
it.
the Leighton one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was clean. Yeah, I like that one.
Thank you.
Although, I barely played Leighton, but that certainly gave me Leighton vibes.
Good Leighton vibes. Let's see here. Okay, the main thing we're doing here is hopefully make it so that this can be like this little TV here can be your cam to show you in it.
Yo, that's tight. Let's go.
So I'm gonna try and adjust it so that the dimensions work, and then just essentially redo this this TV aesthetic right here. So I definitely that's like something I want to give more flavor to the Persona 4 aesthetic here, because yeah, gonna see if I can make that work. Because where's the dimensions here? That's the overlay. Okay. Foo boy. How long do you think you have left here with us?
I got about 20 minutes or so that before I head out. So,
okay, I can definitely.
Because last night a big ass winter storm came through, and our driveway is the absolute worst because of how long and curvy it is. So I have to go shovel.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, this won't take too long. At least for this part. Gonna work some pen tool magic here in a moment. And I think you may have to slightly adjust your resolution, because for the TV, these freaking old TVs, they have that weird oblong shape.
Oh yeah, like that not widescreen shape that they had.
Yeah. It's like it like bulges out at the corners, so hopefully that's gonna work out for what we do here. Oh man.
Yeah, it works out for me. I don't mind if I have to like crop something or whatever. Like it works.
Okay. But yeah, I forgot to mention earlier. So what were you doing for Derek with his thing? Did you approach him saying like, hey, I know you have all these streams on this other channel. Do you want me to go ahead and move into your other one? Like, how did that go?
More or less, it was he tweeted about it. He's like, man, it kind of sucks. I don't have them anymore. And I'm like, hey, dude, I'll just snag them all for you. And he's like, oh, that's too much work. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll do it. Like,
Too much work.
I got time.
What else are we doing these days, dude?
Stealthy, probably should get back to work. Tools aren't going to clean themselves. Have a good stream. All right, later, Stealthy.
Thanks for joining, Stealthy.
Thank you for stopping by. Stealthy's a good boy. I like Stealthy. But
Yeah.
with Derek, I just said like, hey man, like I'm sitting on a 2 terabyte Dropbox. I might as well use it for fucking something. And so
Dang.
I got all the Castlevania stuff downloaded, and I got all the Paper Mario, the Pokemon, and the like the shorter series, like he did like a Kirby 64, Luigi's Mansion, like those shorter ones.
The hollow streams and
Yeah,
those sort of things. Yeah.
I think the only one and then Shantae, he did Seven Sirens, and there was a bunch of other stuff like Xenoblade and Fire Emblem too. I haven't gotten to downloading those 2 specifically yet, but it's a lot of stuff. Yes, Kristen, I'm downloading all of Derek's stuff, and I'm uploading it all. Oh, how kind! Well, I mean, I appreciate it, but like when he actually offered to pay me, and I was like, dude, don't even worry about paying me. Like I got the free time, I might as well do it. And he's like, no, like I feel bad you're spending all this time and doing it and whatever. I was like, I made a joke at first. I was like, yeah, put me in a TNT episode, then we'll talk. But like,
did you bite?
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Not today, at least. But maybe if I become rich and famous, maybe I can buy my way into GVG. But until that day comes, I just said, hey, like, how about this? Eventually, it became a joke of like, yo, I noticed you had streamed Ape Escape, but you never streamed 2 or 3. Stream those, and we'll call it even. Like,
Oh,
so I
that's
just
where that
got
came
2.
from.
Yeah, so I just got 2. I got 2 free I just got 2 free, like, you have to do this games for Derek.
Wow.
And luckily I picked good games for him, and I'm not like, you have to play Ride to Hell, Retribution, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
You gotta play Superman 64 and
oh no.
No, that's super cool, you though.
Yeah, like you know, I figured I have the time, why not, you know?
Yeah, because there's some of those that I watch from like start to finish. I'm just glad that a lot more people can see those in an archived matter now. So, dang. Yeah, kind of reminds me of when I just kind of jokingly did the Today's News Tonight logo. I was like, hey guys, if you want, like they expressed their interest in it, and then after in a post show, and I was like, guys, if you want, I could just donate this graphic to you. And Steve was like, dude, we'll pay you for it, don't worry. I was like, I guess I did spend time on it, but I think you'd have a harder time telling Steve like, no, you don't have to pay me for this than you did with Derek. So, well, I guess you did come with a compromise for him, so that was pretty cool of him to agree for that.
Yeah, he was like, you know what, deal. Like I was like, yeah, like because he was gonna pay me, but like, what I mean, okay, so like he sends me $50. What am I gonna do? Put it right back into GVG? Like it'll just
2 more months.
Yeah, like that's 2 more months of GVG. Great. No one gained anything out of it. It was just it just continued as it was. Nothing happened.
It's going right back to you, Derek. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that to him because I figured it might sound rude if I'm just like, oh yeah, it's just gonna go right back into GVG, bro. So don't pay me. But
no, I don't think you take it the wrong way. I think you know what you mean. Yeah. You mean well.
Yeah, like you know, I figured I'd do something nice. I want to help them out because they're all cool people. But then also, I just happened to be able to request Ape Escape 2 and 3. So there it is.
I am gonna be looking forward to that one.
Ape Escape is so good. The first 1, 2, and 3 are easily some of the best and underrated platformers of that generation, or PS1, PS2 generation. Even a lot of people don't agree with like they can't get the idea of like using the right stick to use the items. And it's like I get that, I really do, but it's so fucking good. It's so good. Jet says didn't even know there was a third one. Yes, and
Uh-huh.
it is good, but I think so I think 1 has the most interesting premise in like the whole traveling through time. 2 has the best gameplay. Like it's just a very solid foundation for like Ape Escape, right? And then 3 has like a ton of like, okay, what can we just put into that foundation to just make it wacky and fun? Um, and on top of that, 3 has an entire mini game called Metal Gear Solid, where you play as what a character called Peepo Snake,
Oh, I
which is
remember that.
monkey, which is a little monkey snake that you rescue the actual Solid Snake, and it's really cute and really fun. It's like a full stealth game too. It's like 4 or 5 actual like Metal Gear levels.
Yeah, I remember seeing parts of that before. I was like, that's so like charming and such a thing that Konami and would do with Snake in that sort of situation because they did the thing in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater where you're basically doing the minigames where you're shooting the monkeys from Ape Escape, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Snake versus Monkey. And
That's the one.
it was I never got to play that unfortunately because I never got into Metal Gear until like way later. Um and even then I only got like with Metal Gear Solid 3, I just didn't play enough to unlock Snake versus Monkey or whatever it
Hmm.
was called. But man, just Ape Escape is so good. Everyone needs to play it. They need to bring those back, either like a remaster or something. They did a remake of the first game for PSP, but that game is not as good because they changed the entire voice cast, and like normally I'm fine with it. Like when they change a voice cast because maybe
Hmm.
it's a legal thing or maybe like it was bad voice acting or something because it's a 90s game. It's going to have bad voice acting.
Yeah.
Um but the voices they replaced it with don't really match the character in my opinion. Like um
Uh,
the main character of the first game, Spike, was voiced by like some dude from like accounting or whatever. Like he sounds bored out of his mind in the original game, but he had like a deep voice. Uh and then um and then in the remake they got Richard Horvitz, the voice of Invader Zim, to do his voice. And Richard has a very distinctly high pitched voice.
very, very, yeah.
Yeah. So it just wasn't the same vibe, right? Like Richard did a fine job, just wasn't the same. It didn't feel right.
Hmm.
Um, oh, and then Jet mentions, didn't Veronica Taylor and the voice of Misty from the original Pokemon, weren't they in the second game? Yes, they were. Uh,
Oh,
Ash
really?
Veronica Taylor voices the main character of Ape Escape 2, and Misty's voice actress, whose name I forget and I feel bad for forgetting, voices like the redhead like assistant tech lady.
Oh, man.
And so it's really and like their voices aren't any different. They literally sound exactly like Ash and Misty. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, I haven't played as much Ape Escape as I wish I could. Man, I need to hopefully experience some of that through Derek at least.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because the second game, um, they did like a pseudo HD remaster for PS4, and like widescreen trophy support, like and it's fun, but they use the European version, so all the
Oh.
voices are British,
The
and
f-
and it's like that's fine, but it's not as funny. Like,
It's just like, why would they
uh,
do that?
I think it's honestly, I think it's just because Ubisoft published Ape Escape 2 and 3 in America specifically, so they didn't want to have to deal with like any sort of like back and forth with Ubisoft about it. Like, oh, we did the whole European release, so we don't have to pay anyone anything, like that kind of thing.
I see what you mean.
Also, European Extreme. I also sent, if you are curious, I also did thumbnails for my commentary channel. Uh, we never ended up covering the games that I made thumbnails for, But it like I feel like I was on like a bit of a like I did a cool little like they pop out of the socket that they're in or whatever. Like I don't know. I felt good about what I did. Kinda.
Oh, I see what you mean. Hang on. I'm just gonna throw it right on here. Because I will always be happy to look at anything that has Tales of Vesperia on it.
Absolutely. Tales of
see what you
Vesperia. Whew, let's go.
Oh my goodness. And then the Gravity Rush run too, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's funny is this was before Definitive Edition got announced. God damn it, Azrain, commentary Yannel. I'm tired of you. Get out of here. But it was before Definitive Edition was announced. So what I was going to do was my old PS3, I was going to mod it and get the fan translation patch for the PS3 version. But
that's exactly what I.
But a year later, they're like Xbox at E3 was just like, "Fuck you, you're getting Vesperia," and it's like, "Yeah, let's go!"
Finally. Yeah, that was amazing to see that. And of course, like a year before, I had gotten a 360 just to play the base game, and then about a year and a half later, they announced the definitive edition with with all the good stuff that we missed out on a long time ago. I'm surprised that they, for the most part, like all the voice actors except for like Yuri and Judith came back for doing a character that was like 10 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. This is just a me thing, but it really bugs me that according to Troy Baker, they didn't even ask him to come back.
They didn't ask him.
Yeah, they didn't even ask him, and I'm like,
bummed out about that.
I was like, why? And Troy was like, dude, I literally had the free time and the willingness to come back for this. Like, and everyone's like, fuck, dude. Like, and the new guy, Grant George, I think his name is.
Yeah.
I love Grant. He's a great actor. I love him as Warrior of Light in Dissidia, and I love him as Shinji in Persona 3. Like, he does a great job, but he doesn't sound like Troy Baker at all. So they did like a weird half and half thing. Like, new lines are done by Grant and old lines are still Troy, and it's like, it just sounds bad. So like,
yeah.
You couldn't at least have completely dubbed Yuri with the new actor, you know? Like, so we at least get, you know, consistency, you know?
Yeah. The other thing with that was, I know that they asked, whoa, hold on. Oops, just a moment. I think our designs were too powerful and my Photoshop just crashed.
Oh, are you for real? Oh, no!
I think I just saved it right before it did that, though. Let me open this back up.
Oh, R.I.P.
Don't worry, I was saving during. What the hell was that all about? I think I have too many things rolling at the same time. Oh, I'm glad we recovered this one. Let's save this.
Yeah, right. I was about to say. Could it have been like all the? Oh, it's because you had that open. You had that cursed crap open.
There may have been something with that.
Get out of here, you.
Oh, okay, we're good. What I was gonna say was, I know that they actually asked Matt Mercer because he has done voices for that have also been with Troy Baker, like Kanji. This is a direct example of that. He did voices for Kanji in Persona 4 Golden and like subsequent games after the base game. But for Vesperia, I think he actually did decline it because he just doesn't want to be like the budget Troy Baker, which I can see.
Because like, I'll even admit that like for years, me and my like small group of friends, we were like, "Oh, Troy doesn't want to do it. Just get Matt Mercer." Da 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 da. Like, but like in hindsight, you know, I feel bad for the guy because he just kind of got typecasted as if you want Troy Baker, but you don't have the money because he's famous now. Like,
just go ahead and ask Matt Mercer. Why not?
Yeah, which is funny because he does such a good job. Like, people didn't even know he replaced Troy Baker in the second half of Persona 4 the animation until the credits rolled on the dub. Like, people were like, "Wait, that was Matt? That sounded just like Troy." Like, we didn't even know.
Yeah, I had no idea myself. That was so wild. He's so good at that kind of voice. They have this very peculiar depth to their voice that is unmistakable. But apparently you can get them confused, and I sure did.
Yeah, Kristen says, are they both not equally famous? Like, damn. Uh, with
Troy.
with Troy, I think, after he did Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, like Uncharted 4, like all back to back to back games, like big budget games like that, I think a lot of companies just assume like, oh, he's big, too big budget for our anime game now, and it's like, bro, just talk to the
Just
dude, like,
asking.
yeah, just fucking get him in there. What are you doing? Like, uh, and yeah, no one knew he did. Matt did the second half of Persona 4 the animation because it's just so seamless. No one, no one even recognizes it. It's great. It's like too good.
Yeah, even like in Golden, especially like I only really noticed that there was a different voice actor when they were like in the snowy mountains, because that's where Kanji will talk the most, compared to
Yeah.
like other scenes that are voiced, and it's just like, wow, yeah, that's Matt Mercer.
Oh
But
yeah.
they do so well with like with their styles. Well, I guess more Matt because he's trying to imitate Troy Baker, but it's just so seamless. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, like it's a bummer that like we finally got definitive edition. I have like so many like little nitpicks about like the voice acting and stuff like that.
Yeah, same here.
But like, I'm just glad we have it and it's great. I wish the Xbox version used Xbox One X enhancements, but because like I'm not sure why it's not like the One X was new at the time, like
Uh-huh.
devs knew about it, so like I because if you didn't know, the Xbox One version is 60 frames per second in the overworld, but 30 in battles.
Oh, what the
So
heck? Man.
and so even on an Xbox One X or better, it always runs at 60 in the overworld, 30 in battles. And it's just kind of like, I feel like you could have squeezed a little
Could
more
have
out of it, but
You
it's
could have done a little
fine.
more,. But I mean, I'll still play it, but
I mean, I'm still gonna play it and love it because it's fucking amazing. But like
Yeah, there's always
the
that like, but you could have that sort of thing with these
oh
things.
Jet asks, what about PS4 version? PS4 is 60 everywhere, even the base model, which sucks. But because like I think if you want to break it down, Switch is always 30.
Hmm.
Xbox is 60 overworld, 30 battle, and PS4 is always 60. And then PC is also always 60.
Yeah, I wish there was a little more consistency with these, because there are those people that really do notice. I don't notice as much as other people, I think, but for those, it kind of sucks just to be like, well, this at least for the Xbox, this hardware is plenty as capable as the PS4. Why would you do it to this one? You know?
Exactly. It's like it's a bummer, but I guess they saw people demanding Vesperia for so long, and they finally gave it, and it's it's like 90% there. Like
Yeah.
just like those few little touch ups would have just made it the perfect package, and I'll still play it. Like I'll still go back to it. I fucking love Vesperia to death. I'll play that all day, but I don't know. It's just I wish definitive was definitive,
Hmm.
definitive if
More
that
definitive, or
yeah, definitivist edition.
I,
But anyway, I actually gotta get going. So if I'm just gonna hop out of the call then, and I gotta go take care of
okay.
shoveling that goddamn driveway. So all
Okay,
right,
yeah,
but
no.
it's been a ton of fun. I've actually been watching you like tinker with it like while we were chatting, but well, mostly me chatting. Um, and like, dude, I gotta say, just I love what you're doing here. Like you've done an amazing job. You've
Oh,
done
dude,
an
thank you.
absolutely wonderful job. So
Thank you. Yeah. I'm not gonna be going on for too much longer either. I think I'll just kind of touch up what's here, and then um like some other time. I probably won't stream the rest of it because I still have to do like the screen transitions, but those are going to be a lot more simple than these ones here. So I think I'll end up here like maybe 10 or so minutes, and then I'll let you know where we are at this with this design for sure. But yeah, thank you for joining, and I'll definitely see you again on Good Vibes Gaming.
Oh yeah, for sure. Later, man. Later, chat. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
See ya. There we go. Okay. Oh boy. And now it's just us. We'll be here for maybe like another 10 or so minutes while I'm still doing this nonsense here. Goodness. Yeah, I sort of trailed off. I forgot to ask some things like, oh, do you want a little box for for people that are signing on, that are donating, that are subscribing, that are following? God, I'm already losing my train of thought. Rob, come back. It's been such a long time since I've streamed on my own. It's like kind of wild. In my time away, I don't think I'm going to be going back to my usual job. They're kind of just, it's kind of been stagnant. There's not really any business going with it. So at the same time, it's really helped me concentrate on doing things here for my own stuff, for the channel, for the branding, and I've been doing more with Good Vibes Gaming now too, so that's been really cool. Okay, I'm glad you're still there, Rob. I'll put a little box in. We'll see how that looks when I come back to you. Let me see here. I'm gonna put a little placeholder just for the moments. The background looks a little bit busy, but that'll go away once we have the actual like portion cut out. I'll let you guys know when that happens. We're just gonna make it the same exact color as the background for this text. Oh, I should do that for chat as well. Gosh. Scatterbrain here, man. So for stroke, we'll leave that by itself. We're gonna nudge this over. I really just want to have like the base of the design done, so that when I come back to it, it'll be like, okay, just a few more touches here and there. But yeah, we've been bringing it up a lot over the stream, but we've been doing our own little things over at Good Vibes Gaming. Ash Paulson, Steve Bowling, Derek Bittner, formerly of Game Explain, doing their own thing now. So nice to be seeing them doing something that they're comfortable with in a healthy environment. I've been honored, to be honest, to be helping them out for even just a few little things. Their little logo for today's news tonight. That's all been such a ride, because I started following Game Explain when they did their Smash announcements. As I hear more and more, when they were doing Smash discussions for Wii U and 3DS back in the day, we all just kind of had like the same origin with them, at least for a lot of people that I know. And to do something to help them out too, that's just awesome. I mean, they're going to be doing their own GVG streams. Maybe I could do one of those too. Who knows? Just throwing that out there. Okay, we're having this here. We're going to do the same effect we did with Rob's name over with chat, which should be a lot easier because it's so tiny. So color overlay. Make it black. Stop beeping at me. Like a star on TNT. Oh my god, I don't I don't even know. The dream would be, yeah, just be a guest star on TNT for a night. I can hardly I'm trying really hard to like articulate myself more nowadays. I've always had that kind of problem with articulation, and I think it's getting a little bit better. Doing this sort of thing with streams hopefully will help with that sort of problem I've had. Because man, I really noticed like in high school I couldn't really speak too well with other people. I grew up in an environment where I didn't have like anybody at home to talk to because my parents would always be working. I'm an only child. Didn't have any siblings to chat around with, so communication was kind of weird for me. But as long as I'm talking through my art, I think it's a little bit. It's been helping me definitely throughout these years. Oh yeah, for sure, Rob. Stay warm. I was just in the snow, and man, it kind of sucks when you're not prepared enough to get off there, in being fully bundled and everything. But yeah, I'll let you know everything that we're doing here. I'll let you know if there's any other issues I got. Not that we have any. It's been going pretty smooth so far. But man, take care. Okay, here we go. Where's this light? I think I overloaded the program earlier when we were doing things. Oh, there it is. Why is it? Put chat on top. And yeah, I agree. Brandon does really good stuff for the channel as well. Like, I definitely would trust him more with this than I would myself. I do some video editing as well, but man, some of the video stuff I do, I feel like my computer just can't handle. I'm optimized for like graphic design, not so much like rendering and exporting. At least not large file videos. That's kind of a rough thing for me to do here. I spent too long on this one already. Oops. Sorry if I missed something from chat. I'm so bad at making sure that I keep up with chat while I'm doing this. Whoops. I just want to come up to a clear like stopping point for at least a moment. For this badge, I might move it around. I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out with the TV here, where the little cam feed will come through. I do want to change the background for GA here though. It's really dark. Is there any way I can adjust this color? I think I'll just remove her. Instead of a mask, we'll just have her be her own layer, so I can adjust this freely. Uh-oh. I'm gonna definitely need to go back and redo some of these layers. Oh, that was on top. see. Let me just take a really quick sample here. I may change how this looks in later on. Yeah, that's going to be temporary. Oh man, Ginger, you use a MacBook? Yeah, I had a MacBook for like my early video designs, and that thing would just heat up like you wouldn't believe it. It just would sound like it's gonna explode. It's like 120 degrees to the touch. I did like a small advertisement for a zine I was participating in with just this laptop, and it was like suffering. It was really short, but all the layers you put into like a promotional thing like that, it just piles on the data really quickly, and it's just not optimal. I've done a few things on this computer, thankfully, that isn't as painful, but I definitely need to do a little more, I think. Where did that star go? Okay, guys. I'm coming up on the end here, at least for now. So we're about almost 2 hours streaming. Holy crap, what am I doing? I've only done this much. So going through all these layers would take a while. We're just gonna make this white for now. Pretend Rob's in here right now. Oh wait. Make it just a little bit dark. Okay. Trying to have some things be on the overlay, bleeding out, but not too much, because you don't want to obviously obscure the gameplay itself or whatever in the world Rob's doing on here. I see. So that layer is not needed. Yeah, and in the final version we'll have the it'll be the PNG version, so this will just be cut out entirely, and also down here as well. I like this TV. I'm glad I made this little TV here. Oh, but the dial. I need to like make the little cog designer on the dial, and that'll be it for the TV. This layer right here will be like for alerts, donations. Actually, can we make that a little more fun? I'm just gonna keep thinking of things to do before I get out of here. I made these assets. I'm gonna put them somewhere. Look at this. Look at this layer hell over here. This is how you know you're making something fancy, is when you can't keep track of all your layers anymore. You name like maybe 3 or 4 things, and everything else is just layer 24. Delete this. What is this star doing here? Oh, the other badges. Yes, thank you guys for your patience with me as I stumble around trying to figure out where the hell things go. You guys sit there. Stars? I actually have a question. So I live right next to a high, just like a hill where cars are constantly going up and down, and you hear like the whoosh back and forth so much. But actually, Phoenix Master 1 recommended I use this one program called NVIDIA RTX Voice, which can drown out that background noise. Have you guys been hearing anything besides me talking and maybe like the occasional click here and there, or tapping my keyboard, because constantly I just keep hearing cars coming up and down, and I hope that's not picking up on this microphone. Definitely helps that I have a new microphone as well, but I just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna post that video that he sent me, or a link to it in the Discord later, just to let you guys know, because man, this software is kind of crazy. It's kind of hilarious. He was like doing as much noise as he could, and it was blotting out a lot of, or suppressing a lot of that noise in the background. So I was like, okay, I definitely need something like that because I live in kind of a noisy place. I told Rob I was gonna send that to him as well. I'll just put that in the GVG Discord for you guys at some point today. Oh, that's so weird. I didn't have a GVG fam the last time that I did this. It's been so long. It's been a hot minute, guys. Okay, there you are. Is this gonna be... Uh-oh. Ooh, oh, there we go. So I just made a clipping mask with the entirety of those layers. I'm gonna just... Oh, no problem, Kristen. How's work? Apparently it must be chill enough that you're able to come here and say, hey. I totally don't mind. There we go. I think that's looking a little... No? Other one. Oh no. Like, oh, God damn, I hate it when, like, yeah, you're working and then you got your stuff, but then somebody else just ups and leaves for one reason or another. Maybe they have a good reason, who knows. But God, just getting stuck with their work, that's the worst. I did my part. Oh no, I get that. Doing a job that you're not totally sure if you're doing it right the first time, oh, that's a little terrifying for me. I can't handle that, man. Luckily, in places where I've had to like learn something new for the first time, they've been pretty chill about it, especially in my last workplace. People make mistakes there all the time. It's kind of inevitable, but we work through it somehow. I'm gonna leave this like this for now. Pass through, but also... Oh, it's outside. I might leave it like this, I don't know. Maybe I just need 1 star, who knows. We'll see. We will see. I actually didn't even mention it, but this little design down here, I previously used it in some wallpaper backgrounds I did before. There are some assets on here that I've done for my Persona 4 wallpaper backgrounds. Kind of just took, I forgot where I got the main asset, but I kind of just drew it, redid all the designs again and made it a smart object so that we can adjust it for different things. Just got those telephone poles, just got that Inaba feel. Okay, so we got this, we got that. Do I same thing here? Got like a million layers going on here. Okay, we're gonna copy that. And just flip it horizontally for chat. Boom. Oh god, where's this star? Let's just readjust this a little bit. I'm finding all these tiny little things to do, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be done, guys, but I just keep pulling myself back in. I'm sure you're doing it perfectly fine, Kristen. You're very capable at things, as I've witnessed. Have confidence. The star might be too obnoxiously big. Why did I give it such a gray stroke? If anything, make it a little bit not colorless. This doesn't look great either. I'll just take this color. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually, yeah, I don't really know which one to call. I guess 1010 just is not what I see first when I look at someone's name, so I just call them by what I see first on their name. I guess that's what I always used to call you when I first met you, and I'm just like, okay, that's the name. But if you ever do want me to just use 1010 instead, I will adjust. Well, how long have you two known each other, Kaio and Kristen? Actually, not aware how long you two known each other. Because I was invited onto your server around the time that that Animal Crossing was coming out, I believe. Here we go. Through jamming? Oh man, so you've known each other for quite a while. Wow. I even now I still feel like the baby of the group when I insert myself to the conversation in Discord or anything related to. Oh no, I'm at the point where I'm just nitpicking everything. I think my computer's like, stop, no more layers, please. I might just take the stroke off of it, because the stroke's off of these ones too. What am I doing? I do like up here, this corner, I think it's looking pretty nice. I do enjoy the TV, as I mentioned. I gotta work on Chie's overall aesthetic behind her. I think she needs a better background and maybe fade it just a little bit more. And this corner is okay. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna be doing anything else with that. I'll ask Rob if he wants something to do with the bar in particular. But overall, I think we're looking okay here. Let's see. How's everyone doing here? Yeah, 5 years and a few months. Wow. Oh, I'm not even a year old on that channel. Are you guys planning on doing Splatoon later as well? Because I might hit someone up. I want to be able to play it with somebody out there. I'm not the best at Splatoon, I will admit, but Team Star over here, as people should be. This thing. What the hell is this doing here? Team Superstar. It's just like, all right, we'll wait for your dad to stop fishing and then we'll play Splatoon. It's just funny. It's so weird to say that, hey, yeah, there's a Splatfest tonight. You gonna jam with us? It's like, what the 2021 with Splatfest. It's a point where there's too many graphics showing up at the same time. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, that'd be much appreciated. Guys, I think we're pretty much gonna call it right here for now. I got a few other things to do today. But yeah, this commission is a pretty big one because I also have to do the transitions for like Be Right Back and starting soon, and also a thumbnail template so that he can upload these onto YouTube. So this was the main big one, obviously, because this is gonna get the most eyes on it while he's streaming. So I wanted to make sure I got this to him, getting his input and just chatting with you guys as well, because I have not been here in so long. It's nice to be back doing these again. So thankful for everyone that's been joining and chatting and listening to Persona music with me, if it's even audible. Let's see. I gotta save this in case this thing crashes again. I think we made pretty good progress with this. Oop. There we go. Full screen, more or less. There we go. This is kind of weird looking at in Twitch. It's just a stream overlay within the stream overlay. But yeah, 2 hours. Okay. So that's all for now. Thank you for joining me for this. I am Night Tide with Evernight Studio. We are on Twitter, as is listed below. Next to my little hummingbird is the little Twitter bird. You can find me there for doing a whole bunch of different banners, designs, overlays, just like this. Sometimes for commission for people, sometimes just for myself. You can also see a little bit of my graphics if you go to watch Good Vibes Gaming on YouTube. I'm a executive producer patron on there. You'll hear my name as one of the many people that are listed off at the very end of each episode. And I would highly recommend you subscribe to them because they do very good work. And all that aside, yeah, I need to drink some water. So I'm gonna turn this off. Thank you guys again for joining, and I will chat with you all later.